In an effort to keep you up to date, what are some of the significant developments for the end of July? We've seen Federal Reserve policymakers unanimously decide on a quarter-point hike, raising the upper bound of the fund rate to 5.5%, the highest level in 22 years. Chair Jerome Powell left open the possibility of further hikes, signaling that they would be data dependent. And investors are wagering, however, that the Fed has reached the end of its 16-month-long policy tightening cycle, trimming bets on more increases this year. The dollar slid to a 15-month low. The Biden administration's plan to restrict investments in China will be narrowly focused on cutting-edge technology, only new investments, and likely won't go into effect until next year as the policy grinds through Washington. We're seeing inflation in Canada continuing to trend lower, with the CPI, Consumer Price Index, declining to an annualized rate of 2.8% in June from the previous 3.4% in May. So Statistics Canada said that inflation in Canada has been pushed lower in June, primarily by reduced prices for gasoline. Excluding gasoline costs, the June inflation rate would be 4%. So the big contributors to price increases in June continue to be grocery costs, which rose 9.1% from a year earlier, the mortgage interest costs, which were up 30% in June from the same month in 2022. So Q2 earnings season begins. Alphabet Inc. shares jumped more than 7% in late trading after the Google parent reported revenue that beat analysts' expectations, while Microsoft Corp fell after posting tepid sales growth. Meta Platforms shares climbed after the company said second quarter revenue was $32 billion. From tech giants Tesla and Netflix reporting disappointing earnings. So how does this affect your investments? We're nearing the end of the hiking cycle, and historically the S&P 500 has climbed an average of 7.6% in the 12 months after a rate hike cycle has ended. So some food for thought. I'll share a chart here below. And as always, please let us know how we can best support you. And we're always here and happy to chat more. Thank you for joining me.